Hi folks, and welcome back to Fishing with Den. Well, for those of you that fish rivers, particularly deeper and more faster flowing rivers, at some point in your life you'll have either catapulted or thrown out some loose feed, probably somewhere just above your float, and just then hoped that by the time it reaches the bottom, that's where your hook's going to be. And we've all done it, and we've all guessed. Well, today we're going to do it a bit more mathematically, and I think you might well be surprised at exactly where your bait is going compared to where you thought it was going. So, first of all then, we've got this tube. It's something like 30 centimeters or 1 foot deep. It's probably not totally exact, but it's pretty close. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a pinch of sweet corn and I'm going to count the seconds from it to hit there to go down to the bottom. So, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.5 maybe, we'll call it 5. We'll do the same for these pellets. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now we'll take some ground bait. And 1. So you've got 1 second per foot for ground bait, 3 seconds per foot for the pellets, and 5 seconds per foot for the sweet corn. Now, if it wasn't complicated enough, you've got 3 different sink rates to take account of. So now what we're going to do is we're going to find something floating in the water out on the river there, hopefully piece of stick or something, because there's all sorts of debris coming down. And what we're going to do is we're going to time 1 minute of travel for that piece of debris. Then what we're going to do is work out the depth and how long it takes these baits to get to the bottom. Yeah, I know it sounds complicated, but I've got a calculator if I need it. Okay, so what I'm going to do, there's a piece of cane or something floating down the river. When it gets in line with that telegraph pole over there, I'm going to put this timer on, which you may or may not be able to see, because I can't at the moment. Bear with me. Start. Okay, so I'm now going to give it 1 minute while that floats downstream against the clock. Okay, that's 1 minute, and it's now just about level with those bushes there. And that's probably from that point at the telegraph pole to where it goes down there. That's probably a good 20 meters. And now comes the moment of truth. We did the original start point across at that telegraph pole there, and based on the fact that I now know this is 15 feet deep, the ground bait would take 15 seconds to reach the bottom, so it would be somewhere in that region. The pellets would be 45 seconds, would you believe? 3 times 15 is 45, so that's going to be somewhere down across to there. And the worst of all, the sweet corn, at let's say 5 seconds, would be 15 times 5 is what, 75 seconds? Well, that would take it down past that bush over there, somewhere down there. Even at 4 seconds it would be at the bush. And so if you look at the distance, you're looking at well over 20 meters from hitting the water at the telegraph pole to hitting the bottom down there. Food for thought, eh? So there you go. Who knew that you'd end up with bait that far away? And how many times have you introduced bait assuming that it's going to be where your hook is, when in fact all you've done is take the fish away from you? Well, did that surprise you folks? I'm sure it surprised some of you. As I say, we've all done it. We've introduced feed where we thought it was going to wind up near our bait on the bottom. But looking at the way I've just explained that to you there, with the mathematics of the situation and for different sink rates, hopefully now you can see that quite often what you may have been doing is introducing feed at the head of your swim, thinking it was going to be down where your hook was, but in fact it's somewhere that way, and all you've done is taken the fish with it. So, food for thought, eh folks? Look, as usual, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. If you want to subscribe, you can. And until the next time, bye for now.